episode 2 of the Kelty Hearts podcast, an Academy special. First of all, I've got to say thank you to, we've got podcast sponsors, Gilson and Gray, and it's Murray, works there, and Sports Sponsorship, who are sponsoring today's podcast episode. So, first of all, joined by Cole Miller, and welcome, thanks for doing it. And I just want to ask you about your season so far. How have you found it?
It's different. I used to play academy when I was younger, but it's a decent standard, the league. It's no very different to me at all. I've been used to it, been about it, but the boys are still trying to come together, so still strengthen our team a wee bit.
It's early days, isn't it? It's early days for the academy.
We'll get there in the end, just slowly but surely.
What about yourself? You've obviously had a bit of experience going between the first team and the academy team. Is that something you had with previous academies that you've been at?
No, I didn't have that.
How have you found it?
Decent. It's obviously the first team. It's a lot better standard. Come back to the 19s, the standard's still there. It is 100% there, but take the standard into games, and that's what makes the teams improve. Our team improve, lets me improve, and it's quite good.
Going between the two as well, you're going to be able to, do you feel like you can up the standard at the under 19 levels as well, because you've got that sort of experience? I'm not saying you can go in and lift a whole team, but having that experience, is that something you feel like you can pass on to some of the other guys?
The information I get from the first team, say from Davey, Ryan, Corey, I can pass on, that information gets passed on to me about the team. I can bring that into my team as well, try and encourage boys, try and make them play better, try and tell them better tactics they can bring into their game that I get off Davey and that, so yeah, it's quite decent.
Right. Also joined by under 19s academy coach, head coach, manager, what do you go by, Scooch?
Just Walter.
Just Walter, aye. Walter.
How have you found it? How have you found stepping into those boots? You've obviously done a bit of coaching, especially with the 20s the last couple of seasons, but academy's a bit of a step up. How have you found it?
Difficult. Let's no beat about the bush. It's been very difficult. I didn't think I knew it was going to be hard coming in and just knowing, and then obviously you've got the academy. Teams have been together for years. They've probably grew up for they've been that height up into the 19s. We're in at the deep end. Then we've got a trial game out there. You're getting 43 boys that turn up. You've never met these 43 guys in your life. You don't know what you're getting, what to expect. Then you need to try and cut that down again to get 30. Can I get it down to 30 and then I can pick through there? To start with, you only really wanted 17 because you can bring trials in. Okay, and you can get that extra 3. Boys will leave, boys will come in. And it's been happening, but it's been stressful. Very stressful. Most of the boys have just took it like that. They understand what I want for him, especially him coming up training with the first team. He knows the standards. He was with me last year, and he's probably one that could then push out there, which is good to see. I've got 4 boys out there training tonight. Yeah. And they're out there and they're good enough to go and do it. I've probably got another 4 or 5 out there, but they need to earn it first.
How long ago was that trial match? Was that back in July?
A trial match, yeah, aye. So it was in July. In July I got boys to come down, take notes and that, and then see what you get for there. And then I went away on holiday for 2 weeks, so you try to go on holiday, try to phone guys, message guys, get them to come back in. Then thankfully I've got other guys out there that take a friendly game, so they could see them in another game against another team. So we go down to what we've got, but it's difficult, mate.
What's it been like since July? Have you noticed a big difference since you started to now?
Massive difference. So we played Falkirk first game of the season, and you didn't care what other teams are like. You've not had that time to go out and watch teams. You've not got that scouting facility where you get notes back. This is what they do. So you're then going to yourself, right, we'll take the first one as a free hit, more or less, see what it's like. You get beat 6-0 and you think to yourself, if that's the standard, then we need to go again. But they boys are then 8 weeks in front of us, because we've been entered in so late, then been accepted. We only found out that we'd been accepted because the fixtures come out. So then you're rushing about, you try to get boys in, you get the squad in. Now it is a really, really good squad, and we have strengthened from Falkirk to Inverness. We should have beat Livingston out there. You're up at Montrose, you're battering them for 35 minutes, and then it's just like that just switch 15 minutes of madness, and you find yourself 3-1 down. You're like, what's going on here?
Was it we'll talk us through that decision for you to come from 20s team to the academy. Was it a tough decision, or was it as soon as you got asked you were?
As soon as I got asked, I was right up for it. Near the end of the 20 season, I was starting to like fall out of love with football a wee bit. As soon as I got told about the academy, I was like, perfect, this is a chance to improve myself again. So that's when I started like going back to the gym a lot more, trying to get my fitness up. As soon as the 19s league started, I was proper ready for it, and it was a lot better.
What were your expectations like? Did you expect it to be what it's been, or has it been some surprises?
I did expect it to be tough. Like academy level, it's 100% going to be tough. But that's the standard that I knew that was going to come.
Brilliant. Looking at obviously your career, you said obviously you've played a wee bit of time at St Johnstone, you've done Boy Brazil all the way through to Kelty. How do you think playing at these different teams has sort of helped you develop?
Well, when I was at East Fife 2 years ago, I went on loan near the end of the season. I went to Burn Island Shipyard like at 16-year-old to play my men.
Right.
Come back for loan, and that's when I heard about Kelty. Came to Kelty and then just loved it ever since, and Kelty's probably one of the teams I want to just stay with for most of my career.
Who is it that reached out to you first, or did you come on to a trial game? How did it come about the move to Kelty 20s?
I knew some of the players.
Right.
Some of the players that I knew like outside of football, so it was them that gave me the nod saying you should come down, like try it out and see what it is. And I was like, it's a good idea, because at East Fife I like false hopes. Like, a lot of things got said that didn't happen, so it made me kind of question myself at East Fife. So as soon as I heard about the Kelty move, I was like, I'm up for it, wee fresh start, and I've loved it ever since I joined.
What about yourself? So you were a wee bit later obviously football, but you had a wee bit of varied experience. How did you find your playing career? Or even can you talk us through it a little bit, I suppose?
I never started playing football till I was about 10, Sean. I just remember I used to play out in the streets all the time, and then obviously going and doing the quarry. Kingseat played up the quarry. Some folk will not know what the quarry is, but obviously we do. At 10-year-old playing me under 13s. I was only this wee guy, and they're all about 5 foot, and you're like, fucking hell, what's going on? I used to come on as a sub 20 minutes, and it always used to be just touching and just put one in the top corner. I used to get called super sub all the time, and then I knew it was too big for me, the jump, and I had to go and play at my own age level. So my mum and my stepdad, they took me along to Cairnhill to go and play, and ever since then just loved it. Played left midfield. It was just a case of ball into your feet, by, because I used to be, believe it or not, kind of a bit on the heavy side, but I used to be rapid. Balls by, balls into the box, used to be great. Then moved on again to Blue Brazil. I was there as well, had a great career there. Done Felon for a wee while, and then just from there on it just sort of, I was out there with Stevie Layton at some point, getting brought in, playing chucked football maybe when I was 16. Just wasn't for me, too much carry on in my head, which is I regret in my life, because I knew that I had the ability to go and do it. I just had too much carry on in my head, and you're playing out there with boys that are smoking fags at half time at 16-year-old. It's just one of the things.
Aye, we're doing obviously this year we're doing the retro programme part of it, so I think your name's in this programme that we're doing now. I think it was a programme for maybe early 2000s, where it was the list of top goal scorers, and at the time there was a zero next to your name, but quite early in the season. What stopped you playing football?
Well, once I went out there, as I say, I was out there playing, it's some amateur out there. It was Tiger. He was the manager of the Lord Welfare at the time. And he says, listen, get along here. What you run about playing with the idiots for? Can you just go get hurt? Because you're just getting kicked every week. Because you're that quick, and boys are just melting you off the ball and that. And it's just like, this isn't for me. So he took me along to Lahore. What a club, by the way. It's like this. It's just so close, kind of community, everybody loves it. The same people are still there for when I was there. John Kirkland and Michelle and that, and they really looked after me when I was there. 7.5 years I was there. But then obviously got at the end, so what, you got another job, and you're only making it every second Saturday, and it's like you're start going that way. And I was just like, no, for me. And I've done my knee, playing for Bulgaria United Tuesday night, picking a ball up to take a throw in, ACL, meniscus, medial, gone. That was 2.5 years I was out, and for then, really, at 22, I've just not really been bored for it. I've just enjoyed coaching boys like him and being out in the grass, just coaching, joining in, and I carry on sometimes. But
Do you think that sort of upbringing through football, do you think that's helped prepare you for being a coach, having different experiences?
yeah, well, obviously it was. I used to come down here, you ken, Sean. I used to come down here when I was 12, 13 year old and watch Kelty for the school wall. Or if when the grass was here, you were playing at the back behind the bottom goals, kind of smashing the ball off. It being Tiger and Steph, obviously, been a relation, coming down and following them everywhere. Again, it wasn't. You were going everywhere in 5 Scottish Cups away, and ever since then I've just been like totally zoomed in. And then your mates come down like your hubby and start playing. You keep watching them. Community clubs start up. You take a wee kids team at 2012s, and it just sort of got for there. Steph and Tiger brought me in, come and help us with the 20s.
What was it like when you were first in the dug for the 20s? Was it obviously you're making the jump for? You already played a wee bit though, so you maybe got a wee bit of an idea.
You could give the boys information and that, and some of them didn't get football, and I was just thinking, who's this fucking idiot shouting at me? But see, you can imagine what it's like. You've seen us in the pub, me, Steph and Tiger on a touchline. We were born winners, and it got to that. It was emotional at sometimes came when you're no winning, but you've got a really good squad there.
There's some decent teams as well.
Aye.
At the level.
Aye.
And like you say, I think this academy team's got to do well as well. It's just start like doors.
Aye.
And like you say, other teams have got that experience. How important do you, I'll start with yourself, Cole, how important do you think it is to, especially because you've experienced it at other clubs, for Kelty to have an academy team versus just grassroots? I say just grassroots, but
I'd say it's like, it is very important to have an academy, because boys want, like if you're in an academy, you want to obviously reach first team. Like that's the target for me, it's the target from some of the boys out there as well. Like that's the main objective when you're in an academy, is push to the first team.
how quickly did you get to start training with those guys? Did you do it at 20s level, or it's just been in it?
I did start at the 20s. I'm sure it was a couple of weeks I was in, went down, done some goal training with Davey. Just ever since then we've kind of had a wee relationship, which has been quite good, and it's good for me as a player, having a good relationship with a first team goalie coach. So even now, like the training, the quality of the training with the goalkeepers is brilliant.
How do you get on with the other two boys? What's it like
It's just
training with Corey and Ryan?
just like a trio.
Yeah.
Just we're all good with each other, don't mind each other, we push each other on, and that's what you need. You need to push each other on.
Would you say there's a big, a big step up from the standards and expectations now that coaching the academy versus when it was 20s, or?
No, standard wise, and a wee bit. I had a meeting with the boys on Tuesday night, and obviously spoke about that with the 20s. Just they jump for academy to 20s or whatever way you want to go it. It's see the 20s, you had your top 6 teams would barely compete in that academy level. Where the standard is, the rest of them not so good. They would struggle like how we're struggling, because as I say, everything's new. I've got a new squad out there. I think I've got 4 boys for the 20s for last year. Yourself, Bryn, Logan and Clark. 4, so I'm starting from scratch. The 17s are in the same boat. Steph and Jason will tell you the same. It's difficult, but we're proving that we can play in games. The way we're moving things about, balls into midfield, it's out wide, they understand, they're taking everything on board. It's just these wee small things, split decisions that could kill you in games, especially at the academy level. You just get punished straight away.
You have that benefit, you obviously seeing it. Is it a bit frustrating, do you think, sometimes when you see the results? Because that's the main thing that people see, but you're out there and you're seeing what the boys are actually doing and they're playing well.
I hate it. I know I'm in as an academy coach, but my job's to get them into the first team. That's first and foremost, that's my job. Get boys into that first team. Can I get boys contracts? If you have a look to last year when Dean was here, Dean worked his balls off for the 20s last year, and 3 day boys would end up with 2-year deals. granted they're away on loan to get first team football, to get hanging it, they've still to come back, and they deserved it. He deserves it. He's one of the harder ones in the change rooms. Some things only going right on the pitch. You give an instruction, some of them don't listen. He's the first one in the change rooms that came in before I'm even in there.
That was actually my next question about what your vision is for the under-19s, but the pathway, that's the biggie, I suppose.
It's massive. It's one, I want to get as many earlier as I can. Say, if you go back the years for the 20s to the first team, Lewis Owens went, Scotty Cameron went, and then this last year you've had the three, you had Ben, Corey and Rudy, who got 2-year deals. Lee Clark's been there for a year almost now, I'd probably say he'll get a contract. I've got Bailey's come in, he's over there. Jake's there, he's 16-year-old. Then for the 17s you've got Cammy Broom playing against Dumbarton, he's 15-year-old.
Yeah. It's incredible, but that must be pleasing for you to see.
It's good.
If you think that's where you are at this stage as well, and you've said it's been challenging, but it must be quite encouraging to you've got further to go.
You'll go into social media when the team gets posted, or you get the bit of paper and you look at it and you go, that's one of mine. You're getting the boys in the pub going, who's that boy? So he's a 17, he's mine. But it's good, as I say, first and foremost is to get as many as I can across into that first team.
How do you think, what's it been like with working with Tam, I suppose, for yourself, coaching and managing yourself, obviously, going between the two, the academy and the first team, what's it been like working with the coaching staff of the first team?
Great, mate. It's great. See, if I've been here, even if I could go back ages when Fergie was here. I had that just because of who I am, you know what I'm like, I was just going to speak to anybody. Obviously he's a hero grown up, so you're automatically going to go, but he just had that understanding for the 20s, came through into there, and then Tom will come in, you've got that one. But Tam's brilliant, mate. He wants to play youth, he wants them to develop, and he's really good with them. He gives them the chance.
He always speaks highly.
He gives them the chance. He's brand new. He phones me, he messages me, I need this one, I need that one, can I get this, there's a night. Aaron Arnott's just hurt his services, I need him, take him.
And that's something you mentioned at the beginning, like that, getting that balance and getting up into the first team, something that's obviously really important for you. How have you found working with Tam?
Brilliant. He's a brilliant gaffer. He's proper switched on. Like everything that he gives out, like if it's a game or in training, anything that he says is all bang on. And it's brilliant, everything that he talks about. If it's tactics wise, individual wise, it is all spot on, and all the boys take it on as well.
What's it like for yourself? Cause you do the majority of your training with the first team, and they go with Coach there, and then playing with the 19s, and then travelling with the first team. Do you think is it quite challenging to balance it all, or is it something you're sort of thriving?
I enjoy it. I enjoy being a part of the first team and being a part of the 19s. It's like obviously being with the 19s, like my dad's a coach there, and then I've got Scooch, which is also a great relationship, and then I've got the first team as well. I've got Davey, the gaffer, some of the boys like Clark and that who's come from the team. Great relationship there as well, so I'm enjoying it.
Brilliant. We've got to do an advert for our podcast sponsor, Gilson Gray, so a quick word for those guys.
It's really about scale. So in terms of Gilson Gray Financial Management, we have got, I suppose, the capacity to really deal with a wide spectrum of financial advice queries. So we are one of the kind of biggest SGP partner firms in the country, and with that, what that means is we can, I suppose we've got a breadth of expertise. So we haven't got just advisors that specialise in, personal financial advice, or I suppose corporate financial advice. We also have, people that specialise in long-term care planning. So if someone's, you've got a relative that's going to need long-term care in the future, we have advisors that specialise in that. I've, particularly been working with a lot of athletes myself recently in terms of how do we plan, athletes for their careers, build their financial plan for their careers, whilst also that life after sport too. But it's really about that, that breadth of different advice we could give. Business owners, we have specific financial advisors that really just want to focus on making sure that the business owners can get the most amount of profit out of their business and make sure that their business is really complementing their lifestyle.
We're going to look at some of the challenges then to academy football. So for yourself, Scoots, we've seen obviously the first team. I don't like going on about it because it sounds like a broken record, but injuries have been a bit of a thing. How have you found managing that with some of the younger boys?
Dinna, mate. Dinna, because it seemed to be first team got all these boys injured. I need this, I need that, I need this. That's what we're here for. Us and Steph and Jace is the same. That's what we're here for. Take what you want, then you're putting your options together, right, who's good enough, who's ready, who could handle it, and then you're sitting amongst each other, so right, he can go, he can go, he can go. Then it happens to us, right at the back yet, and the 17s at the same time. It was like a domino effect that just went like that, all the way down, and then that's what I'm saying, that's the frustration bit, and getting really stressed about, like, what are we going to do, how can we do this, how can we do that. First team's not got anybody, I can't bring anybody for there that's coming back from injury because they're all injured. Can't come and get minutes to play because you can play overage players. Not that I've had to do it yet, but it's hard. It is hard with the injuries and that. And I mean, even being kind of born and bred here, it's difficult watching Kelty not get a result on a Saturday. It ruins my weekend.
Aye.
But it's stressful. As I said before, see, if I never had his dad help me, I'd be a broken man. Like, he come in to help me for 2 weeks to take the goalies, and I've had him for 4 months. Yeah. It's just like, I can't thank him enough. And then you've got Connie in the background that does all the paperwork for us, just goes out of her way. It's just, honestly, if it wasn't for they two, I'd be like, I've got Tam in that as well, but obviously he works away. But if it wasn't for they two, I'd be, now you've got Daft Cameo as well, You've got the big Daft Cameo, it just goes out, big lurch.
Looking at the step up for 19s to the first team, do you do the same thing with the under 17s? Have you had any of those boys in yet, or is that not something you have came across yet?
I've had them in, as I say, obviously as you go back to getting all the injuries, I had to take a few of the 17s played up at Montrose. A couple of other boys that are not well then come up in the car, and some gets injured, you're down to the bare bones, you've only got 9. He wasn't meant to be playing anyway. We gave Matty a shot. Then you're asking the 17s to stay back. Can you play? Can you come and help me out? Then I get 2 of them injured in the warm up. You're back down to 12 and him on the bench. You don't know what to play him. You have to put him on up front. He scores. that's just how it's been. But for the Livingston game out there, it was a massive improvement. Then we go up to Montrose, massive improvement again. And then you get Gwenda and Cammy Brune for the 17s who come in, who's been doing really well. Obviously I go and watch the 17s games, but Cammy Brune at 15, that man just understands football. See, for a 50-year-old laddie, it's just awareness, he knows where everything is, it's just touch, pass. And then Gwenda comes in centre half, wins his headers, wins his tackles, best player in the park on Monday night. 17-year-old playing against Partick Thistle. It's just, they two will come first, I think. Yeah. They have got quality in the 17s, and obviously I'm going to get them next. They'll take the jump to me, so I have got to keep an eye on them all the time just to see what I've got, then build a relationship with them around my 2008, so it's going to be then for next year. So that is difficult with the injuries. It has been difficult. I've got another 2 injured tonight. We've got a game on Tuesday night.
Maybe working too hard at what would you say the overall goal is for the under 19s and your vision for yourself for the Academy 19s? Just that pathway, is that the
pathway? Some of them are on your last year, and you want to see them go by Christmas or just after Christmas, right? When you go and train with them, go and see what you can get. Can you get a contract? And then if they do, great, you're delighted, you've done your job, eh? That's what we're here for. We're there to promote that academy into the first team. There's the pathway.
The longer term, you've obviously said you want to make a step up to first team, but see, you're looking shorter term, have you any sort of goals you've set yourself for this season?
For this season, Not particularly.
Win a game on Sunday.
Win a game, aye. Win a game would be brilliant.
Where do you hope to be at the end of this season with the under-19s academy? What's your goal?
To at least, and I don't know what the target is, to be fair. Like, we still need to win a game. Like, that's the target now. We need to win a game. End of season, obviously, it'd be brilliant to get at least some silverware. Like, any team would love a wee bit of silverware, but I just hope all the boys, like all the 08s and that as well, I hope they all like push on and they love it as well and they want to stay. So I hope like all the younger ones who've got another year can stay and they can push on as well and try and get the target again either this year or next year for the first team.
Right. I suppose the last thing before we just go into some quickfire stuff, or a better way of putting it is, what do you think the Kelty Hearts academy means to the football club? You think it's a big thing? Big deal for them?
I think it does for some people. I think some people look at it and go, right, aye, great, we've got the academy, now can we get the boys into them, push on? Can they break through into the first team? And I think some folks couldn't give a shit, to be honest with you. I don't think some of them would understand it.
No.
What is it? I think they'll just think it's an underage team. Kind of like a boys club or something. Some people just didn't get the academy side of it. So say I try to tell my boys that we're no grassroots anymore. Even when you're speaking to them, I was like, this is an academy.
All about quality. Like, every team's got quality.
It's a bit of both. It's obviously about stepping up. Before, it wasn't your own, and you mentioned some of the players that made the step up, but they were, special boys within those teams. The academy's all about bringing folk forward. That's it.
What you want to make them? You want to have another? Can you got 3 last year? Can I get another 3? Even if you get 1, you're doing your job at the end of the day. That's what we're here for, to promote that into there.
Exactly. So one more sponsor shout out we've got to do is for the episode sponsor. So it's Sports Sponsorship, who match great brands with awesome sports clubs, whether you're into football, rugby, cricket, hockey, boxing, MMA, or just love sports podcast. Sports Sponsorship can help your business partner with awesome clubs like Kelty Hearts to push your brand awareness for your business and support worthy causes like helping thousands of kids into regular sports. If you're interested, visit sportsponsorship.co.uk and arrange a free consultation with sponsorship experts today. So a couple of segments that we did at the end of the last podcast I want to do use. It's just a bit sort of quick fire, alright? But first of all, this one's for both of you, alright?
You're not getting any quick fucking answers, right?
I'll be quicker than you then.
We'll not include coaches in this one. Who's the loudest in the under-19s dressing room? Who's the loudest?
As in a player or a coach?
No coaches.
I'd say me.
Yourself? Loudest in there? Who's the most skillful?
Clark or Leachy.
Clark or Leachy? Biggest joker?
Apart from me.
Nah, players.
Diego.
Aye, wee Diego. Diego's he's a wee character.
He doesn't even mean it.
No, some of the stuff, he just catches you off guard. It's wee one-liners to.
Who's the hardest worker? I'll let you do that on Scooch.
Whoa. Chris works hard. Chris, Ben.
No, Ben, aye, 100%.
Jay Snoddy's 100 mile an hour. The amount of blades of grass that man covers on a football game, I'd like to see that one day. I'm going to put one of the vests on, I think. But nah, probably Ben and Chris. Aye.
Cole, who would you say is the best striker you've, maybe not even a striker, but the toughest player you've trained against with the first team?
With the first team?
Who's the one that's got the ball and they're coming towards you that you've dread against?
I actually don't know. Probably CJ, like he'll just smash it and you're like, yeah, fucking man.
See, for the academy team, the under-19s team, is there any of those players that remind you of yourself as a young player?
Probably Jake.
Yeah.
Nah, got to put a lefty in there.
For Cole, who would you say your teammates, who's one that people should keep an eye out of the under-19 squad, want to watch?
Trying to remember who's on the team. I'd say Jason Alderweireld.
Yeah.
Nah, you keep an eye on him. He's the one that always gives 100%. He'll give 100%. He'll be everywhere on the pitch. He's just one of the players that you just need to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you've got, every team's got one.
Nah.
Scooch, see if you were playing a 5-a-side game and you had to pick for your under-19 squad, who's the first player you're
Ben.
picking? Ben. Right. Okay, some this or that ones to finish it off, alright. Cole, and now don't overthink this, alright. Grassroots or academy?
Academy.
Scooch, training days or match days?
Match days.
Cole, first team bench or full 90 minutes for the under-19s?
First team bench.
Scooch, coach or not playing?
You'll get it both.
Playing.
Playing. Cole, a clean sheet or a penalty save? What's better?
Clean sheet.
Clean sheet. The last one for yourself, Scooch. Last minute winner as a player, we're watching the academy lads win from the dugout.
Academy boys for the
Brilliant. Thank you very much, boys. That's everything. You got anything else to add?
Not for me, mate. Not for
Right.
me. All good.
Fine. Who's your next game?
We're away to Queen's Park on Tuesday night.
Queen's Park. Tough game or?
Aye, I think they're
And they'll be the
they're
same.
full time. They're full time. Like they're in every day, whereas some boys are only in like hybrid.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to think about it that way. I sat and looked at the teams the other night. I think there's maybe only 4 or 5 that are part time in this. You've got us, Edinburgh City, Bonnyrigg, Elgin, Montrose. I think the rest are all
Full time.
full time.
Aye, that's
Well,
definitely it's a challenge.
Living full time.
Livingston
Are they?
might be full time as well, I'd imagine.
Aye, you think so? No. Well, good luck for that next game, and again, thanks for doing this, lads.
Thank you.